Hi. Long time no see. It is me, your favorite successful social media influencer. Because influence can be what? Welcome back to my channel. Yeah, it's been a while. This is the second time I am recording this video because the last time my audio didn't record and I had to use the audio from my camera and I was like, fuck, this is gonna sound like shit. And I was right. But I thought to myself, you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm gonna put the whole video together, edit it, and maybe it will feel right. And I was just done editing the video today and I was like, I can't. The audio from the camera so heavily denoised, it just sounded like aliens. And no, I'm sorry. I have to redo the entire thing. Which I don't mind because, you know what, I have something new to share. So it's almost like a win-win situation, kind of. The last video I created was 6 months ago and it was about how depressed I was. And I realized that disappearing for such a long time, it doesn't look good. It looks terrible. So here I am. I just wanted to come back here and reassure everyone that I'm still depressed as fuck. Alright, see you guys in the next 6 months. Nah, just kidding. So funny. You might be wondering what I've been up to. For some reason, there have been quite a few things that happened in my life, and I wouldn't say that was all that easy all the time. Quite a few challenges, including some stuff that I can't really talk about because it relates to my marriage situation. I'm not getting divorced, just to be clear, I'm not getting divorced. It's just that there are reasons why me and Wei still aren't together. There have been so many things that happened that were completely out of our reach, that we had no control over, and it's just frustrating and infuriating and trust me, I thought I would be with my husband by now, but nope. It's been 10 months since I saw him the last time and yeah, not great. Other than that, I went to therapy. And then I resigned from therapy because I didn't click with my therapist. I don't know, it was really weird. Just imagine that you're going to therapy and telling a professional, hey, I feel like shit all the time. I am really heavily depressed. And the way I feel prevents me from doing what I want, even though I have all of the resources and time to do what I want. And then they're like, well, did you try doing something? Yeah, that was more or less my experience with that dude. I'll just have to find something else, maybe seek proper diagnosis because I haven't been very lucky. Other than that, I've been busy being super hot on the internet. Dude, check this out. Check out the abs. Do you see the abs? You probably don't because they are underneath the fat, but we're working on it. I'm pretty sure I said something more in the last video, but I also recall it being super depressing at some parts. So let's just maybe not go there. Because you know what? I kind of want to entertain. I don't want to be worrying people or making them sad with my sadness. I'm here to, how the French say, entertain. Oh god. I'm sorry. I have a lot of French friends, and I'm a terrible friend. I've been mostly working on my art in the last few months. I even had an article written about it just to have it taken down right after publishing because of adult content. And you know what? It's not like they even told me about it. I actually emailed them myself asking to not publish my real name in it. And then they were like,
actually, we took it down immediately.
I was like, well, that's a little disappointing. Wish you all had told me about that. And they said,
I already apologized for it. There is nothing that can be done about it.
That's interesting because I thought of a few things that could have been done about it. You know, ignoring the whole you could have communicated it thing. When I was being interviewed for the article, I specifically asked, do I need to censor any of my images? And they said, no, it's fine. And so I didn't. But if that was a problem, I could have sent you some censored versions of my images. Or different images. Because you know what? They didn't just use the filth that I produce right now. They wanted to see the entire spectrum of my work, including works I created years ago. The nipples, which are one of the most offensive things about my art were just a small part of it. I mean, you know what, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that my art isn't sexually charged because it is, but at the same time we even talked about it in the interview. It's not like it was a huge surprise to anyone. They also told me that if it makes things any better, this is the first ever article that they had to take down. And no, it doesn't make things any better. But it gave me an idea of keeping some sort of stats on my website, which I'm still working on, of articles taken down, social media bans. I feel like that would be a nice addition to the list of my exhibitions and stuff like that. This should really give my audience a proper range of my achievements, especially the online ones. Ugh. But I don't want to end this on a negative note. I went on Instagram and told people to ask me questions that I will answer in this video. I thought it would be a fun idea, but then I saw the questions and I'm realizing right now that it's a terrible idea, but that's fine. I forgive you. Right, sorry, I have to find them in the abyss of my phone. It was a while ago, so you know. The first one says, do a backflip. Yeah, I think we're gonna skip this one. What is the best Dune movie? I've only seen one, and it's my friend Michael on Facebook. And here it is.
Bro, this Dune movie's fucking crazy, bro.
I thought it was pretty sick. I haven't seen any other ones, so... Would you rather fight a huge duck or many tiny horses? This question is a trap because my brain read it as, would you rather fuck a huge dick way too many times? I'm going to go with many tiny horses because a huge duck is just going to step on me and that's the end of it. And with many tiny horses, I imagine that you can defeat them with a baseball bat or something. Just a few swings. Are contortionists the original analog glitch artists? Mic dropped. I mean, fuck if I know. I suppose there's a reason why they are called contortionists and not the original analog glitch artists, but maybe. I gotta say, I would love to be able to put my ass on my head, more or less the level of flexibility that I'm aiming for. Is there such a thing as some porn movement? Like if you only defend solo and independent... Oh, whoops, it cuts off. I didn't screenshot that. I suppose it was like when you only support independent creators. I don't know if it has a name. Like if you Google some porn, you're likely going to get some porn. But that sounds like the kind of movement I would support. I am definitely not a fan of the porn industry, but I am a fan of and a supporter of independent creators. I see it as the most ethical way of producing porn. If a movement like this exists, just sign me up. What's something you can only watch with headphones on? Non-porn. Honestly, I don't know. It's a really hard question for me because when you live by yourself, you just kind of don't give a fuck about these things anymore. I don't even close the bathroom door. And in public places, I would watch everything on headphones because it makes me really uncomfortable when I think that others can hear what I'm listening to. Just super awkward. When I'm passing by a group of people, I am turning down the volume because I don't want to share. Plus, if you're listening to something on speakers on public transport and stuff like that, you're an asshole. But please feel free to leave suggestions in the comments down below. Maybe leave some links for me to check out and evaluate whether I would listen to it on headphones or on speakers. This one says a cooking series, which I suppose was a suggestion for what I could possibly do on this YouTube channel. The reason why I'm never doing cooking videos is because I live in something that you could possibly call a depression house. You don't fucking want to see the state of my kitchen. Oh no. If underwear was sentient, would you still wear it? I mean, if it consents. Although, I don't know. I might go to a sex therapist. Am I stupid? Is this healthy? I'm guessing it was supposed to be, am I stupid or is this healthy? If it's a licensed professional, then sure, go for it. Why not? Therapy is usually a good idea, especially if you find an individual who is just good and understands you and who you can talk to freely. But I don't know what sex therapists actually do and if this is a legit thing, really. I know sexologists are. I don't know if a sexologist is what you call a sex therapist. I don't know. Unicorn or trilobite? Well, why not both at the same time, in the same form? What are some fun glitch-related or otherwise genderless pronouns. I would argue that any pronoun is genderless because they're just pronouns. You can be a woman and use he, him if you want to. It doesn't change your gender. Obviously, some pronouns will be considered more masculine and some more feminine, but I'm dissociating. But I don't think I've ever heard of pronouns that like relate to glitches. There is a gender that does. It's called glitch gender. But pronouns? I don't know. I feel like it could be fun to like include Zalgo in your pronouns. You know what? You can always create new ones. Why not? Go for it. Vacation nightmare. I'm not gonna count the holidays I spent with my family because fuck them. But my trip to Budapest I don't know when that was. I think I was in my early 20s. I mean, I loved Budapest and I wanna go back and experience it without a couple days long diarrhea. Yeah. Square root of 329. Listen. I'm not in school anymore, okay? I don't have to deal with this shit. In high school, there was a moment when I was actually good at math, believe it or not. And the sole reason for that is because a friend of mine was good at math, and I was jealous, and I also wanted to be good at math. That didn't last super long, but like I did have some good grades at some point, I remember. Obviously, I'm a very smooth-brained person, and I couldn't quite pull this off entirely. But yeah, my jealousy led me to being good at something. It wasn't like jealousy really, it was more like I had this sense of rivalry. I don't know. It's stupid, really. Is Poland a democracy? Yeah, a laughable one. Out of respect for my sanity, I am not going to talk about this country, but I'm just going to say, if you have friends in Poland, especially if they are LGBTQ+, now might be the right time to check in on them and talk to them, because it's not a fun place to be in, to put it simply. And it's absurd. It's really weird to be observing what is happening here. It's a fucking circus, honestly. What do you like the most about your artwork? My ass? What kind of question is that? Well, jokes aside, I like the sense of freedom, of liberation that it gives me, and even some sort of empowerment. But I think that what I like the most is the fact that it inspires other people, either artists to be creative or just to explore their sexuality. Because, I sometimes have people write to me and talk to me about that, and it always feels really, really amazing. It makes me feel like, wow, I am actually doing something right. And today when I was getting ready for this video, doing my makeup, failing at my makeup, trying to correct my makeup, failing at correcting my makeup, considering redoing my entire makeup because I didn't like my makeup, realizing that this sort of silly perfectionism is against everything that I actually stand for, having a crisis. Somebody messaged me on Instagram and they sent me pictures of a mural they did that was inspired by my artwork. Like, check this shit out. What the hell? I'm a wall! That was so amazing. I was just shocked to see this, and I love it when people message me and send me drawings, pictures inspired by what I do. It feels so good. And I know that many people out there don't really take my art seriously, but how many people do you know that have been turned to this? Or to a fucking cake? I was a cake! I recommend that you go check out all of the artists that I showed here, especially Dave, who created the mural. I'm just like, I'm speechless. This is so sweet, and I just didn't expect it. I didn't see it coming at all, and I never do when that happens. If you ever create an artwork inspired by what I do, please let me know, because I love to see it and I love to write about it. It just makes my day, and it really gives me this feeling that what I do is important in some sense. I don't care if it reaches 10 or thousands of people. It just matters to me that the people that it does reach see it as something valuable. That's really, really great. And I really, really appreciate that. Yeah. That was so sweet. Oh, God. I just didn't expect that, especially today. Thank you, everyone who has ever sent artworks to me. I really, really love it. Thank you so much. It always makes my day. Oh, also, one more thing I did on Instagram was, you know what? Facebook sent me a notification some time ago saying that Facebook dating is finally available for me. I was like, oh shit. Let me try it out. One of the very first things that they asked for really took me by surprise because they were like, what's your name? What's your age? How tall are you? Do you have any kids? What about education? And that actually made me curious, I wonder how tall people think I am. So I asked on Instagram and I said, whoever gets it right will get a shout out in this video. And as of right now, nobody got it right. There were a few people who were very, very close, like 2 or 3 centimeters away. And there was one person who was technically right, but they gave me a range instead of, an exact number. And I'm like, nah, that doesn't count. No. And there was also one person who said 24 coconuts. They got disqualified, but nobody got it right. Everybody thinks I am much taller than I am. But I'm gonna keep it a mystery because, maybe somebody gets it right at some point, and I will get to shout them out in my next video. Whenever that is. Maybe in 6 months, maybe in the next week. Whenever that is. I'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves and of your loved ones. And drink water, damn it! Oh, and, subscribe and stuff. Comment, bell. See ya.